Thanks for tuning into the Disembodied Screams podcast. Those returning, thank you. Those new to this podcast, welcome. Now let's get started with this amazing cover for Agony from the band Nervosa. Really love this album. It's really, really good. Scale is 1 to 6. 1 is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. 6 is Freddy's Nightmares. So somewhere in that timeline on that street, you're going to be heading towards peace and serenity or absolute nightmare. And folks, we're heading towards a absolute nightmare on this one. This Nervosa Agony cover, woo, it's good stuff. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. We've got, first off, what jumps to my eye is the red. The red in the background with these black crosses, and they're all upside down, of course. They cannot be right side up. They gotta be upside down, right? That's metal, that's evil, that's dark, that's perfect. But this beautiful red color in the background would look great on a wall. It would really pop. We've got this thing crawling out of the earth with its mouth open, screaming in agony as it tries to birth itself, but these hands are pulling it back down into the earth. It's trying to get out, and these hands are like, nope, you're not getting out. You're staying put because I don't want you out on this earth. And this thing that's crawling out of the earth has got like a demonic skeletal sort of zombie hand. It's got like a robe on. It's kind of in tatters and sort of wavy and sort of shredded. It's got this face with these big teeth and these red eyes. It's obviously screaming, like I said. The hands are very much similar to the hands of this creature coming out of the ground. They're all kind of zombie-like and demonic-like and skeletal-like. There's like a staff or something here with, I guess this creature is holding on to, and it's got like this black, almost looks like one of those latitude and longitude things in my mind. On top of it, it could almost be like a throwing star in some ways. But yeah, and set against this red backdrop, this scene that's playing out in front of this entity rising from the earth, is all grays and black. So it just really pops. It really stands out. It gives me kind of a Tales from the Crypt kind of vibe, kind of one of those old comic booky kind of vibes, like one of those horror comics from back in the day. So Nervosa's Agony album cover is a straight up 6. This is the horror that I'm looking for when I'm doing these heavy metal horror reviews. These kind of album covers that really scream horror through and through. All right, the title, unfortunately, pales in comparison to the cover. The title is sitting right in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's Agony. I don't feel any horror at all when I hear the word agony, unless I'm thinking of something like Hostel, like that. There's agony, plenty of agony in Hostel, but I don't see really horror in Agony. So I gave the title 1. So title and cover are rated. Let's move on to the album info from Napalm Records. It goes like this. Second full-length album from the Brazilian all-female thrash metal band. And I'm diving deeper into Nervosa. I'm going to go back eventually and get through album number 1. It's got a really cool cover to it too. And then run through the rest of their discography. And being that Lyra, I hope I pronounced her name right, love her presence on the front of this band, is now in Crypta and doing Crypta. I'm going to go through their albums too and follow their journey as well. So if you like Nervosa or Crypta, stay with me, subscribe, and I'm getting more into them in the future. All right, it goes on to say, Brazil's meanest power trio has returned. Nervosa indulged in relentlessly raw, all-female thrash metal on their second studio album, Agony, that almost effortlessly merges the energy of the glorious 80s with the refined aggression of this millennium. And I was listening to it this morning, and I hear aspects of Slayer. I hear aspects of Megadeth in there, a lot in their music, as well as their own style and vibe. It's really kind of cool. They've kind of managed to blend genres and add their own little spin to it, which I really, really like. It goes on to say, played even more on point and precise than debut Victim of Yourself. It definitely enriches the Nervosa sound, having transferred production to the USA. The South American Riff Tornado, I love those two words together. Be a great name for a band, Riff Tornado. is in flawless shape. Nods to Creator, Slayer, etc. are really just the tip of the iceberg here. And the Brazilian squad continues to drag its fans down into a malicious maelstrom full of old school darkness. You give me a malicious maelstrom full of old school darkness, I'm there. Sign me up. All for it. Love it so much. Personnel from Encyclopedia Metallum. I think it's how you pronounce that word. It's just 3 of them this time. Early on, what I've learned from Nervosa, there were just 3 of them for a bit. So, and then if I don't get these names right, say, hey, dumbass, you didn't get these names right. Here's how you say them. Let me know in the comments below. But I'm going to do my best. Prica Amaral, I hope I got that right. Guitars, vocals, backing vocals. So guitars and backing vocals. Fernanda Lira, I hope I got her name right. I would pronounce it Lira right. Bass and vocals. And I got to say, she's rising to the top for me for artists that I love to just dive into. There's some artists out there you just want to witness and listen to. And she's one of them. I love her stage presence. I love the way she does her vocals. I love her looks. She is amazing, and she is one of my favorites right now. She's got kind of like a Blackie Lawless, Tom Araya sort of vibe with the way she holds her bass guitar. But then at the same time, she's got her own sort of thing she's doing. Really, really cool. Love her as a front woman. Awesome. Hope Crypto keeps going for many years to come so I can keep following her career. Love her so much. And here we go. And one of those words, Pichu Faraz. Did I get it right? Hope I did. She's on drums. And moving on to singles. Yes, there are singles. No, there's not singles for this one. I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. There are no singles for this one. So there are some stuff on YouTube floating around, live things and all that jazz, but no official singles that I could see. Track listing goes like this: arrogance, theory of conspiracy, deception, intolerance means war, and I love the way Lyra says war on this song. I love it so much. She sounds so good saying war. And I tried recording this before and I screwed number 5 up, so I'm going to go down here to what I pulled from Google's AI. And this song is called Guerra Santa, I think's how you pronounce it. That's the way they say on AI. I heard someone say Era Santa, but in the song, when she was singing, when I was listening to the song, she said Guerra Santa. So last time when I did this one, I said Guerra Santa. Sound like a big stupid hick when I did that. So I want to get it right. You know, when I dive in more international bands and bands from international heritage, I want to make sure I get their language right because that's very important to me. So if I didn't get it right, let me know in the comments below how to truly pronounce it, but I tried. All right, 6, failed system. 7, hostages. 8, surrounded by serpents, another great name for a metal band. 9, cyber war. Hearing a lot of Megadeth in that song. 10, hypocrisy. 11, devastation. And 12, Wayfarer, the bonus track. And when I go through these songs, I look at title and then I dive into the lyrics and I try to find the horror within them based on either or, and there's nothing. There's nothing at all. The songs kick ass, and I really like the songs a lot, but there's no horror here at all. So the songs get a 1. So covers a 6, titles a 1, and the songs are a 1. So just a little disappointing that the some of those things are got some 1s, but that cover really elevated this album very much up for me on the horror side. So here I go. When I put all 3 of those numbers into a big boiling pot and I reach down inside this mucusy, gooey, pussy mess and I pull out a number, as that stuff oozes off my hand, I get a number and that's 2.7. So that's how horrific this album is. It's a 2.7. It's not as close to Freddy's Nightmares as I would like it to be, but I surely to God don't want to put this on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Might scare some kids. But it is leaning more towards Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood at 2.7. All right, let me drop anchor here and close out the episode. If you like what you hear, don't forget to tap the follow button. Basically, what I'm going to say as I jump past my spiel, if you're on the podcast, find a way to give it some love. share it, like it, comment on it, follow it, whatever. On YouTube, like and subscribe and leave comments, and just let YouTube know I'm doing some really, really good stuff. YouTube's struggling a bit, I think, because I've got movies and music going, and the old algorithm is like, you can't do that in today's YouTube. And I'm like, I want to do that in today's YouTube. So bite me. I'm going to do it. But it is struggling, I think, for that reason. So just find a way to give this some love. Take care. Thanks for listening. Have a good one, and go listen to Nervosa's Agony today and crank it extremely, extremely loud, and make sure everyone around you hears this awesome album. Be good.